Hello, hello, hello. Let me turn this light off back here. Turn this light off. All right, he's back. Woo! How's that? Looking good there? Hey, in today's video, we're going to draw this awesome looking fall neighborhood. This neighborhood in fall, it's a 1-point perspective. And the angle is fantastic because our point of view is on the street level. My name is Kurt. I'm a dad who draws, and I am glad that you are here. Welcome. Let's get started. So one thing I want you to notice is what grabbed my attention to this photo was how low of the camera angle was, and it was just I just saw it right off the bat, and it pulled me in right away. So let's draw this. I am live right now, so if you have any questions, just type them in the chat and I'll be quick to answer them for you. I do ask that you like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. But let's jump right into this. There's a lot of fun things going on here. So let's go ahead and I'm going to hold my pencil toward the back of it here. And let's kind of get a nice framework here that we could work from. Now this photo is square, of course, so we're going to end up putting our picture toward the bottom and just have this beautiful open sky. It should create some a real nice composition. Okay, let's come down here to the bottom, and I'm going to start to draw almost my horizon line right about there. All right. Hey, Beverly, how are you doing? And Beverly, do you like to go by Betsy? I can't remember. I think that's what you said, but that may have been someone else. So I don't want to confuse everyone here. I'm already confused enough as it is, right? Okay, so there's my horizon line, and you can find that horizon line. Let me add an additional color here, and we're gonna put this there like that. Okay, so there's my horizon line right there. All right. Great thing is the 1-point perspective. Everything is going to aim for that spot right there. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So the first thing is, let's kind of establish where that is. So if this is one edge of my paper, that's similar to right there. And this is the other edge, which is going to be right about there. Let's see, this one's going to be, that little point's going to be there. So whereabouts is that? Let's see. That's halfway. Okay, that's halfway in between there. So it's about a quarter of the way. So there's halfway point, and then there's the quarter. So let's just put a little teeny dot right there. You know, whenever I'm working with perspective, I'm always trying to think of like, I just have got to trust what I see and not what I think, okay? That's what we want to remember here. All right. Let's come over here now. Let's look carefully. Now, look at the edge of the paper here. All right, Betsy, it is. All right. You see this little roof? I just kind of marked it with the arrow because that little roof line, watch this now, this will go all the way, the direction of that is all the way to the vanishing point. You see that? Also, look, the fence here and the top of the fence, all of those objects go all the way to the vanishing point. So let's come up here to the edge and just quickly, and I don't want you to draw a line that goes all the way. I just want you to kind of put your eye right there, and then come over here and just bring that in just a little bit. You see? That's going to be the roof line there. And then here is the porch. And I'm keeping my eye on where I want the line to go, and I'm putting the line in. You see? All right. Let's go ahead then and just do this small here. We don't have to go very big. This is the entrance. You see that? And I'm just kind of sketching here. I'm more concerned with these little angles right off the bat that they all are going to head. You want to just keep, whenever you draw a line, you want to keep your eye on that vanishing point, and that will get you lined up there. Here's the top of the fences again, looking at that line, looking at that vanishing point. I can see that there's some, I'm going to even add some dark value here. I'm not very worried right now of anything. All I want to make sure that those lines are converging on that point. All right, let's jump over now and draw that second balcony or that second porch on the next house. And that's going to be this one right above there. You see that? Okay, so I'm going to move over just a little bit. Now, I'm looking at the side of it. So let's just go slowly here. You'll see what I mean. Now this one is, we're looking straight at it. The side of this house here. You see that? And then right there, now this is heading to that vanishing point because we've just turned a corner. And then down here, watch this. This is also heading to that vanishing point. We're building this just by piece. So now I just drew this little square here. You see that? And now I'm going to draw the front of the front of that. Okay. Here we go now. All right, this is going to go. It's these little details that really matter here. Now look at the roof. There's a real dark, that roof has a dark triangle. You see that? And there's some other little dark shapes there. I'm gonna put those in as well. Okay, let's get this tree now. Now this tree, what I want to do is drop in an overall value. All right, I don't even want to think of the individual leaves or the branches. I just want to do a light tone. But let's look at this here. This right here. Let me change that color here for us. Okay. Look at this here. This is our vanishing point. That tree comes all the way out to there. You see that? So let's make sure that we do that. So let's see if that's my vanishing point right about there. Okay. And I'm just going to add a tone. Very lightly here. All right, that tone is going to take on the shape of that tree. Okay. Look at that telephone pole. Let's drop that telephone pole in. It's going to come all the way up there. It's a straight, almost. Okay. Ooh. There's these little brackets there. Let's put those in as well. All right, let's get these wires in place right now. All right, so we got this wire coming straight down. And then there's this other one coming like this, and this other one, just drop those wires in. Don't be afraid of them. Okay, I'm gonna squint my eye, and what I'm looking at right now is the trees on the left-hand side that are right behind the telephone pole. But really, I'm gonna pay close attention to those ghosts that are hanging from the tree. I really like those. So, kind of what we just did on the right-hand side here. Let's drop a general tone. And I'll show you what I'm going to do first. I'm going to try and leave the white of the page where those ghosts are. We could come back and work in them a little bit later, but for right now, just leave the area there for yourself. I'm just going to lightly outline them right now so I don't mess this up. There's another one over here. Look at that. Okay, so it has a station wagon. Do you see that station wagon right underneath them? So let's just come in here. We're just going to block in the shape. Look at this. This looks nothing like a station wagon, but it doesn't matter because it looks like a car. And all I did for that, and you don't have to be perfect. I just came in here like this. Maybe add a little bumper there. Okay. But mine is super, super small, so you may not even be able to see it. All right, let's come back to our tree, our big tree now. And at this point, I'm squinting my eyes. I'm really squinting my eyes. And I'm trying to see where is the main value in this tree. So I'm going to build it up. So I'm going to come in here now with a second layer of value. Picking and choosing where the leaves are like still coming together on the tree. Again, this does not have to be perfect. Just try and look for the area by squinting your eyes and look at the massive value. Okay, I'm going to jump to the other side now, and this also needs more value. So I'm just going to, again, squint my eyes where the tree is. Now, one thing I am going to do is when I get close to this telephone pole, I'm going to make sure that I leave just a highlight on the side of that telephone pole. Look, I'm totally ignoring that front of that house right there, which is totally fine. You know, when I draw, my process, especially when I think of gesture, construction, and detail. So if I'm going to draw trees, the first thing I want to do is just drop some value. I want to get the idea of the shape of the tree by dropping some value. And then once I have that, I'm going to go over it a couple times and get different depths of value. And then once that's done, then I could go back in and add a trunk and some of the branches. It's just by getting used to adding the extra value will really help you make it look natural. Okay. I'm just sharpening these edges around this car here. All right, let's work on this tree now on the right hand side here. So I'm going to get this trunk, and then I'm just going to start to add to the trunk through the leaves. Okay, so I've gone from the trunk on the bottom and slowly worked my way up to the end of the branch. I'm going to come all the way back down to the bottom again and go through that same idea. Okay, I'm just looking closely at the picture. Now what I'm doing is I'm slowly adding just some little teeny scallops like this, maybe to start to suggest leaves. Commercials in the middle, live now? Wow. Oh, really? Interesting. That was my bad. I'm sorry, John. All right, here we go. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to assume that it's going to be super delayed now. All right, here we go. So I'm just keep slowly adding these branches. There's no rush here. I'm adding a mixture of value, scallops, little scallops like this, and branches. This just takes time, and you don't want to rush it. I'm going to add some tone on the ground here for the leaves that have already fallen. And then this area, look at this area here. You see, this area is just, I'm not going to overthink this. This is just a matter of shapes of different value. Don't try and draw buildings. Just think of shapes of different value, all right? When I draw, look at these little cars here. Now, when you draw a car at this small, okay, this is all I'm really kind of looking for is an interesting shape. Definitely get that windshield in. But then for the tires, just do a little silhouette like that. Okay, look closely at the values as they change. Just keep adding little bits of tone here. Okay. Now I have enough tone on the left side here, so I'm going to add some branches now. There's some grass coming in over here on the left-hand side. If you were going to watercolor this, you would do the same exact thing. You would just slowly build up your values. Okay, so this is something interesting I just noticed. Look at all the white that I have in between. Look at this. All the white I have in between my houses. Well, I don't want my eye to go there. Remember that contrast will draw your eye in. So we really want the eye to go down the street. So in this whole area in here, I'm gonna add a value, a light value, and get rid of some of this contrast. Okay, let's see if I have these sheets, these little ghostly figures. Let's see if we can sharpen the edges to make them look more like ghostly. Okay, how's that look? I don't know if they look like ghosts, but they look like something. Okay, there's another car way down in the distance here. We're just gonna make that stand out with a square. So now I'm looking closely and I'm just going to keep adding detail here, like these dark bushes, these shrubs. Maybe some right angles of silhouettes. That will make it look like maybe there's more houses down here, you see? Without having to add a lot of detail. Oops. It was the delay. Looks like there's a wire coming from this telephone pole across the street. It might be too dark, but I like that. I like that angle. I like having that straight wire going against everything natural. That makes some interesting contrast there. When I look at my picture, one thing I keep asking myself, what's this value? What is this value compared to that value? Okay, I think this is going to do it. Last thing I want to do here is I'm going to put some straight horizontals across the street like this. This will help to establish that this is flat, like surface lines. And I'm going to make one more adjustment. I still think on my drawing, this side is too light. Too light. So I'm going to add another overall tone over here because I want it to drive toward the center. Okay, I think that's going to do it. That was a little faster than I thought. Hopefully I didn't go too fast for you. If you are new to this channel and one of the first times you're seeing this, I just would recommend that you make sure you do subscribe. But we also have a great Facebook group, and I will put a link in the description for that you might consider joining. It's an excellent community of artists and especially beginners, and we all work together to try and get better and better. Okay? Thanks for watching, everyone. My name's Kurt. I'm at Dad Who Draws, and I will see y'all later. Okay. Cliff, I want to see your work. Post it. Post it in the community group. Okay, my friend? We'll see y'all later. Okay. John, thanks for tuning in, and Betsy, bye.